music. I just and no music. Music. You guys wanna play some piano? Anyway. I'm gonna put a green screen behind me. This is The Red Berries by Lauren Marks. I'm actually getting it tattooed on my left side of my ribs. Anyway, this is When Your Heart Stops Beating by Plus 44. Get let down, and now I can't stop thinking about it. All these people at the top don't know nothing about it. We don't give a fuck what the price is, so just leave us to our own devices and we'll leave it alone. I'll be there when your heart stops beating. I'll be there when your breath takes you away. Even times when there's no one listening, even times when we both get carried away. Plus 44. In a tight spot, need cash fast. Bridget's got your back. This is named by the Goo Goo Dolls. Named by the Goo Goo Dolls. God, my voice is still shot. It's been 4 days. My voice is still shot. I won't tell him your name. I won't tell him your name. Let's go. If you like, please hit like and subscribe, and hit this thing down here, the heart, smile, the 2D horn, anything, as many times as you can. Apparently it helps my channel. I don't know. I didn't know that. Someone told me that. I did not know that. That's what they told me. That's what they told me. I don't know who that was.
So yeah, hit like and subscribe if you like my music. Please hit a bunch of the things down here. Apparently it helps my channel out, so thank you. Let's see. I don't know what this one is. I don't know. Work in progress, I guess. This is Elizabeth Cotton's Freight Train. It's a old song, like 1913 old song. That was by Elizabeth Cotton. She wrote that when she was 13. I think she was still a slave on a cotton plantation at the time, or still lived on one. But she wrote that when she was 13, and with a flipped guitar, because there were no left-handed guitars back then. So she just used the right-handed guitar upside down and wrote Freight Train. Like, absolutely amazing. Like, absolutely incredible. One of the great black musicians that, like, helped, you know, make blues, rock, all of the music that we have today. Dum da dum dum dum. Oh man, I gotta do one that's like light on my voice. Listen to this shit. Dude, I hate this. I hate this so much. I'm gonna do Edie Brickell first. This is Circle by Edie Brickell. I'm a part of your circle of friends, and we notice you don't come around. Now me, I think it all depends on you touching ground with us. But I quit, I give up, nothing's good enough for anybody else, it seems. And I quit, I give up, nothing's good enough for anybody else, it seems. And being alone is the best way to be. When I'm all alone, it's the best way to be. When I'm all myself, it's the best way to be. When I'm by myself, nobody else can say goodbye. Everything is temporary anyway. When the streets are wet, the colors slip into the sky. But I don't know why. That means you and I, that means you and I quit, I give up, nothing's good enough for anybody else, it seems. And I quit, I give up, nothing's good enough for anybody else, it seems. And being alone is the best way to be. When I'm all alone, it's the best way to be. When I'm by myself, it's the best way to be. When I'm by myself, nobody else can say me. I'm a part of your circle of friends, and we notice you don't come around. Oh. It's because my voice is shot. I can't sing anything but in bass baritone right now. Yeah, I can't hit any of my high notes. I'm stuck to my bass baritone. Like, ugh. It's ugh. It's ugh. Okay.
Something you watch beside matters now. I know, I love, I am. I know, I love, I am. I know, I love, I am.
Invisible Planet. I know I loved I am. I'm gonna change the green screen. Deep, 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 deep. I'm gonna change the green screen. There we go. Actual artwork that was for Invisible Planets. Yay! I'm gonna draw it by hand because AI sucks. This is not what I wanted for the design. I was just like, I need to do this quick, so. Huh? Alright, here we go. Sometimes it's like you say, the clock's hitting you. When something really wrong, you know, now no one can tell you before. There's ghosts and thoughts creeping through my head to terrify me into submission in my bed. I follow my reflection and follow the current where it goes. Follow this empty direction. All these lights that shine through here leave nothing besides dust in the air. Can we truly find our new path, or is this just our way? All this dust light shines through the air, leaving nothing but dust in the air. Can we carve a new path, or is this just our way? Now with the struggle of reflection crack, the damage you enacted upon this world, is that which you once laid their trust in your likeness. Was once looked to the left, and once stumbled to the right, straight down into the cracks. It's always night. All these lights that shine through here leave nothing but dust and in the air. Can we carve a new path, or is this where we're? If all these lights shine through here, leave nothing besides dust in the air. Can we carve a new path, or is this just our way? 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 In the stars dance. Is this just our way? In the stars dance. Agua. Quiero esta agua.
Stay now and save up to 40%. Oh, let's see. What else?
Nothing in there. Dum, dum, dum. Yeah, you keep saying it could be Bird. I'm not gonna respond. Like, I know what you're getting at, but like past the 30th, you're not gonna have any ammo anymore. Here we go. Okay. I'm playing my music. Nope, they're not magnetic. Although some clip-in implants are magnetic, so I get it. No, mine are the ones that screw into your jaw. Bailey, I don't randomly put people as moderators until I know them a little better, because every once in a while someone will come. Well, once I had a bad experience once. I was having a great conversation about anime, and like my moderator suddenly banned the kid for some reason. And I haven't been able to find the kid since, and I rarely ever get to talk about anime. But yeah. No, that was my song On a Distant Shore by Invisible Planets. Oh. Oh, I sang the wrong lyrics too. Fucking Christ. I know I love Diane. Let me try it again. Because I rewrote them, I forgot. Let me grab my glasses. Hi, sweetheart. God, I fucking hate getting old. My bad. I'll let you do that. You're managing moderator now.
Inside of the grip of this constant stagnance, lost inside the maze of my mind. Don't understand, don't feel this need to belong in reality or on the land. Stuck inside this whirling night, song with no Stuck inside this whirling night, there's no cause inside we can lift the switch to endless sadness. I know I love, I am stuck inside this madness, no cause inside for pleasure. Lift the switch to endless sadness. I know I love, I am. Leave home, sports ground, for everything to balance on. There's only one side matters now. I know I love, I am.
Okay. I'll make that the second verse. But the chorus is staying what it used to be. Fits better. Just unleash all the people that were hidden. See, I don't know how to do that. That's why I put you as a moderator. You're a big old time moderator right now. You should be anyway. Yeah, you're a managing moderator. Of course it's terrible. It's coming through headphones. Behind the phone. It sounds like garbage. Like, I'll be the first one to say that. It sounds like shit, dude. Like, think of it like the postal service. Lo-fi. Think of it like that. Then maybe it'll sound better. I don't know. Fuck it. I'll play Lead Me Away. a little faster. I want to play Dear Ingrid, but the lyrics are complicated, so I need to find it first. But anyway. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. Clippy, I wasn't really asking for notes, for clip notes. Thanks though. Good to know your little picture for that. You're just as annoying as it was. Good to know. I actually don't have a problem eating Doritos because these studs in my mouth right here that I'm getting that actually keep the teeth in my mouth. Yeah, they provide a pretty good use for teeth in the meantime. But I love that that's like the only thing you can go to. That's all one can ever go to. You don't have any teeth, man. You got no teeth. You got no teeth. Yeah, I'm probably still prettier than you, dude. Like, I can still eat Doritos, and by the way, I'll have a full mouth of like teeth that are stronger than a fucking bear trap in like, I don't know, 10 days. So I'm not quite sure what you guys are gonna do when you don't have that to make fun of anymore. Because I honestly don't think you're original enough to do it. I knew, okay, that's you. I've been looking for you. Yeah, my random guy fucking blocked you, and that's fucking stupid. I'm trying to find a way to undo that because, like, yeah, no, it's like, I was pissed off too. I was like, why the fuck did you just get rid of him? I was having a really good conversation about High School DxD, and I never get to do that. Like, so, no, I'm gonna find a way, dude. Like, who's the one that I put as a Bailey? Bailey, get this kid, get his original account unbanned from here. Because the kid that I had doing it before was kind of a drunk. And for some reason, he thought that Hayden was talking shit. Yeah, no, dude, I've been wanting to talk to you since then. I'm like, dude, I was enjoying that conversation. Thank you very much. Like, I was so angry, dude. So I got rid of Roots as a moderator. I was like, no. He was like, I'm sorry, I was drunk. I'm like, dude, like, I get drunk from time to time too. I have a good time, but like, when it comes to things on here, like, I'm clearly having a good conversation with someone. Why in God's name would you just block them? Like, I don't fucking know. Like, I just don't see being drunk as a good excuse. When did I learn the piano? Ooh, 7? Yeah. 6 to 7. Because then, like, my parents wouldn't let me learn guitar unless I took a year of piano lessons. So I took a year of piano lessons, and then at the end of piano lessons, I went to drums. Ironically that you say that. I went to drums when I was 8, and I took lessons till I was 18. And for a while was actually like ranked like the best drummer in my town. Like, and then I stopped going to high school in my town. So, well, I stopped going to school in my town. So I didn't count anymore. The girl who like got like a piece like in our town's magazine though, like she was like so proud of herself and shit, but like she hated me because I was better than she was at drums. Same here. I don't have a set anymore. That's the problem. I'd like to get an electric set just to like get back to it, especially for when I'm like doing Invisible Planets music, because I'd like for it to sound more like a band, less like an electronic project. My project Anadonia, that one's meant to be the electronic project, you know. But yeah, no, dude, I was pissed. Speaking of High School DxD, though, I was just watching it last night, of course, because I always fall asleep. I always fall asleep to High School DxD. Now I'm all sweaty. Ugh. Shouldn't have played in my sweatshirt. That was a bad choice. Hell yeah, dude. Season 4 is weird. Am I right? The artwork's different. The way the characters behave is different. And oh shit. And like the voice actors are all the same, except for Akano. She's the only one where I think they got one. Yes, that's exactly what it is. A different company bought it. It was like Kono something. Yeah, and bought them out. And like the artwork all of a sudden, boom, changed. Like the way the characters behaved was way more silly and stuff like that. And I was just like, don't get me wrong, I like this. But this is not the same High School DxD. Yeah, that's where I watch it, is on Crunchyroll. I have a Crunchyroll subscription because like I had it for a little bit, and then I'm like, I'm not watching enough anime, blah 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 blah. But then I realized I didn't have a go-to place to watch like a series for anime, like and stuff like that, other than YouTube, and YouTube isn't the greatest on that because the little screen of the anime and the rest of the page is some fucking random ass thing. I don't feel like doing that. Like so. Oh, Crunchyroll has all of High School DxD, all 4 seasons. That's how I watch it. But the first 3 seasons are better than the 4th. Like I said, they just, in my mind, they are. The artwork's better, the characters act better, and in total honesty, if you watch it in Japanese, the script is better. Like it's weird. Like for me, it was weird in season 4. All of a sudden, Konako is like possessive as fuck of Issei, and I'm like, when did that happen? Like I'm like that's different. That's good. Seriously, right? Right? That's the one that caught me the most off guard. I was like, Akeno, sure. Zenobia, absolutely. Azia, totally. Rias, abso-fucking-lutely. But Konako? She always hated his guts. I mean, like, not hated him, but, like, never expressed any sort of interest in him whatsoever. Then all of a sudden in the 4th season, she's, like, fighting with Ravel about spending time with Issei. And I'm like, when did you get this possessive? Like, probably. I guess, I don't know. I've never read High School DxD, the manga. I should. Because, like, I read Chobits, the manga, before I watched the anime, and that's why it was so fucking good. Like, Chobits, the anime, was, like, just like the mangas. Like, so maybe Konako is more snuggly in the manga. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Because, like, I noticed that she, like, in the original one, she started sitting on his lap, and that's something that cats do when they start getting possessive. So, I noticed that. I like Konako. I like, she's too young, obviously, but I like girls with petite bodies. But Akeno's my girl. Like, Brius has the red hair, so it's like, oh my god, yes. But, her sister, yeah, Kuroka, I'll take it. Oh, gladly. Absolutely. Come home with me, sweet little kitty. Come on. I won't hurt you. Me, big American man. Yeah. Kuroka is hot as fuck. I don't give a shit what anyone says. Like, I do like that Son Goku goes, you are quite the strumpet. Like, to her, I thought that was wonderfully blunt. Like, I was like, okay. But no, Kuroka's fucking gorgeous. Seriously, like, I thought that was hilarious. Like, she's like, what are you saying? And Son Goku's like, you are quite the strumpet. Like, yeah, no, like, Kuroka must be so used to being called a whore. Like, because apparently everybody does. You should. I always fall asleep during that part of the season, so I've only heard the Grab and Dragon song once. But you should, like, throw, like, a break beat behind it. Or, like, a really heavy, like, slowed down break beat. Or, or even a 4 on the floor. You know? Or if you really wanted to go, like, balls to the wall, make, like a New York style hip hop version of it. Oh, man. I've never heard the term chumblies until DxD. And I'm like, thank you for introducing me to that word. I'm never going to use it, but I love that I know it now. Or jumblies. It's jumblies. That's what it is. The thing that does kind of weird me out about High School DxD is when the girls' breasts move, they make this squelching sound. And breasts don't do that. If they did, it would be weird. Like, but they make this like squelching kind of sound, like a bag of water being like moved around. It's like that's not how breasts work. Like, whatever. Yeah, DxD is culturally rich as fuck. Like, you just have to know about how things work in the anime community and stuff. Otherwise, you're gonna be offended as fuck. Like legitimately. But it's like, nah, dude, you gotta understand stuff. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, a lot of people don't believe me. Like they were like, "You watch Freezing? That show is so like exploitative of like women and the women body." I'm like, the entire studio that made it is women. Just saying. Like the entire studio that made Chobits, women. Like Freezing's still awesome. I just got on it late. Like, I know it came out in, like, 2013, but I just picked it up in, like, 2023. Like, so, like, that's why I named my cat Saddle Azrael Bridget. Like, that's her whole fucking name. Like, and that's why I have a song called Dear Ingrid. Because, I thought Ingrid's character was fucking awesome. I thought that the back, story to what, like, she was going through, made for a really good topic. So I wrote Dear Ingrid. And, also, it's a German name. My dad was German. My grandmother was German. You know, I'm not any German. I was adopted when I was 3 months old, so I'm French and Native American. With my mom's Scottish and my dad was German, so I'm all over the place. But that's why I don't culturally feel like I belong to anyone. Like, I really don't. I really don't. I do not feel culturally attached to anyone. Testament of Sister New Devil was funny as fuck. Oh my god. And I know it was a shitty show, but Bokusatsu Tenshi, Dokuro-chan, that was so good. Or Beat to Death Angel, Dokuro-chan. That show, when I was like 16, 17, that show was funny as fuck. For, like, I thought it was so funny. Because I realized that, Bokusatsu means beat to death. Golden Boy? I've heard of it. I haven't seen it. I want to watch Steam Boy because it's like one of the few actual like steampunk animes. You know, you don't find a whole lot of those. Like one of the closest I could think of is Escaflowne, and that's not even close. Like at all. Like not even. Yeah. I miss Zoids. That was only on for a little bit, and a lot of people forgot about it, but holy shit was it good. Wow. They do that sometimes. Like, if you go back and you watch Vampire Hunter D, like, you realize that it's not a very good story, but it's interesting, and the artwork's pretty cool. Oh, Bokusatsu Tenshi Dokuro-chan? Yeah. That's an old-ass show. That's, like, yeah, I'm old. Or Escaflowne, yeah. Or Zoids, yeah, I'm sorry. I mentioned a bunch of, like, weird ones in there. A lot of people know Escaflowne because it was on Adult Swim for a bit, but, like, nobody knows Zoids anymore, which is crazy to me because it was one of the most popular shows on Toonami. That's where Escaflowne was, too, Toonami. Back when kids had some balls, could handle anime. Now they're all like... Now everyone wants a waifu, you know what I mean? I'm like, you know who my waifu is? Your Forger. Because she's fucking 27! What, the anime world? Yeah, it did in the mid-10s. It really did. It really did. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention, but yeah, you're right. It seemed to have fallen off quite a bit during then. But maybe I just wasn't paying attention. I was a drug addict. Yor is the best waifu, and it's so obvious that she has autism. Like, oh my lord, it is so fucking obvious that she has autism. So I'd be like, darling, you and I will get along just fine. Like, like legitimately, her social skills are non-existent. Like, legitimately, she knows how to mask for like dealing with people on the reg, but like when she's wondering like what to do when she does that, which is the most adorable thing I've ever seen. Yeah, it's just like, oh, I feel you. Like, I don't know how to deal with social situations either, and I don't understand subtext. So when people make jokes or sarcasm, I don't notice it. Like, I went into the gym and they were like, I like your hair. I was just like, thanks. Because I assumed they were being serious, but they were probably shitting on me. Whatever. They're nice people at the gym, though. And yes, it's a Planet Fitness. Like, I don't know what people got against Planet Fitness, man. I'm envious of Lloyd, I'm not gonna lie. I wish I was 6'2". Oh my god, do I wish I was 6'2". I'm 5'11", so I'm not hurting for height, But like, man, I wish I was 6'2". Just a perfect height. Lloyd's awesome. I love him so much. And like the more that he goes into the series, the more of a dad he becomes. It's fucking hilarious. I love it. And I love that show for a big reason for that. Is that I'm adopted and it shows that families can come in all sorts of forms and not necessarily like be like your normal idea of a family, That's why I like Spy Family so much. Plus, Anya's adorable. No, it doesn't feel forced in the least bit. It feels like completely organic. Like their bonds form organically, completely. And then like Yor realizes she's in love with Lloyd and she doesn't know how to deal with it. And it's funny because she realizes it when she gets jealous. And it's like, oh my god, like jealousy really is a woman's kryptonite. Like, holy shit. Like I I didn't believe it. I didn't believe that, but I've seen it. Not just in anime, but in the real world. Like jealousy is women's kryptonite, man. Like Jesus. Yeah, I love Anya. Like also that like I love that she doesn't want to tell that she's an Esper. I mean, who would? But like when she's arguing with Lloyd, she's like, I don't want to study. She like and it's like she's just like, but she almost lets it slip. She goes, I don't need to study. I'll just like, and she doesn't say anything, but in her head, she goes, I'll read their minds. Like, it's seriously, jealousy's some crazy shit, dude. That makes people do some crazy, crazy, crazy mess. Yeah, Hayden, subscribe to the channel. Do everything. Put a like on there, cause yeah, I was pissed that my guy blocked you. That I was like, what the fuck, dude? I was having a really good conversation. I never get to talk anime with people my age, like or close to my age, whatever. Like or just anime fans in general. Like I don't have a lot of money, so it's hard for me to get to anime conventions. It's difficult. I knew it was something like that. I knew it. I was pissed too. I was angry. I'll be right back, guys. Gotta use the potty. Sorry about that. But yeah, seriously, I was just like, I was so irked, and like I don't know how to go on like the people that are blocked and find how to get rid of them off the block list. That's annoying. I will look it up and I will find it. I'll unblock that. It's fucking stupid. I was a big fan of Gundam Zero. Like, I really liked that one. Plus the romance story in it, I liked it. I think I did. I don't care what anybody says, Zero Leveling sucks. That show is fucking garbage. And I'll die on that hill. Yeah, I think that's what it was too. Oh yeah, dude, I don't even try to bother watching the old Gundams. Like I don't bother. Because I'm just like, I don't like this. Like, and like a lot of Gundam is talking. People don't get that. I'm like, if you have to appreciate social and like societal stuff that has to come with like war in order to understand what's going on during Gundam. And it can get boring. Like, I liked Gundam Wing with the Angel Wing Gundam Zero. Oh, I loved Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, so yeah, it made it an easy slide over to Gundam. I loved Evangelion. Like, I had never seen a mobile suit designed like that before. Like that's why Rei Ayanami is she's my like go-to waifu. Like, I can't help it. I can't help it. She's why I like albino girls. Like, no bullshit. And Asuka is why I like redheads. Dude, so much of like what I liked about girls is formed around my fucking like, yeah, my little weeb self. Like, when I was, I know, Evangelion's a weird word. It's Evangeleon. It's not even spelled correctly. Like, that's not how you spell Evangelion. Because that's not a word. Like, so, like, but yeah. It's based on the word evangelistical or evangelical, and like based off that. You have to understand so much about the Dead Sea Scrolls, the fucking the Book of Enoch, the story of Melchior, Caspar, Balthazar, all before you even get into Evangelion. It's ridiculous. Like, it's absolutely insane. However, I do want the Tree of Life that they have in Evangelion's like opening, and what Genjo Ikari has on his floor. Like, because I want that like tattooed like all here. Like, there's a Tree of Life, and then the Red Berries by Lauren Marks over here. So yeah, both sides covered. Then I won't feel embarrassed with the shirt off anymore, ever. I think I already showed the my teacup that I want to get the flowers done on it, on my neck. There you go. That's true. Okay, I never thought about that. I actually never thought of how much the description goes into the algorithm factoring things in. Oh, I hate what YouTube has become. Ben Jordan and I were correct back in 2008. We were like, do not privatize the internet. Like, don't privatize the internet. Don't do it. because everything will be behind a paywall. You will like everything will be sorted to one direction where it's just like, oh, we think you like this music, so here you go, which will block you off from like other ones and stuff like that and prevent people from going around and finding new things. And so like, yeah, he was, you know, yeah, I've heard about that. Thing is, like, a lot of people want to talk politics, and I get kind of hardcore when we talk about politics. So I don't like talking about politics, although it's like impossible to avoid in this current climate that we're in. But I still don't like it. Like, I'd rather talk about anime. Which reminds me, I want to go to karaoke and I want to go bowling. Two things that are popular in Japan. I'd like to move there, and not because I'm a fucking weeb, but because I actually like their culture. I like the way they go about things. I like the way that things are dealt with. I like the idea of a society that takes society into idea before the individual. I like that. Like, because it's just like, you're still allowed to be an individual. It's just like, be polite. Doesn't seem that hard. See, yeah, I hate talking about politics because, like, I get revved up. Like, I get revved the fuck up. And then people are like, why are you crashing out? Why are you crashing out? And I'm like, I'm not crashing out. I have very strong opinions about what's going on. But, yeah, not worth it. I'm like, this live stream is meant to promote music and my project. You know, all of my projects, all like both of them. You know, and you know, just keep that going and try to make this into a career. Like, you know. So from like some of the people that have heard my songs, you know, they're like, okay, what's your super chat? What's your whatever? Your Cash App or da-da-da-da. That's what I'm saying right there, Hayden, is that like there are some people that are willing to completely just throw their shame out the window. Any sort of shame or self I don't know. Like just like, yeah, like compromising of your ideas, your ideals, your morals, your very intelligence, like just to try to make some money, and you're not even gonna make that much, bro. You're not even gonna make that much. In the time that you're taking to do this, you could actually do something that has like substance and make so much more money. Like, you know, it's ridiculous. I don't know. But people have realized what the algorithm wants. You know what I mean? I saw this guy on here that like was covered in sauce, and like he was like putting salsa down his like ass crack, and like having people like just say like, just put this here, put this sauce here, put hot sauce on your nuts. Things like that. And he had like 1,000 followers. I'm like, what is going on? Like, oh my God. Oh. Good. Then yeah, let's keep talking anime. Am I the only one that thought Kaoru? Yeah. In Evangelion, the white-haired boy was annoying as fuck. Like, oh my God. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's why I ask people to interact as much as they can. Like, you know, it seems people forget about it, which is fine. Well, you know, people forget that this thing's here and that they need it. And let's face it, I'm not a very good streamer. I'm not good at reminding people, hey, like and subscribe and hit the thing. You know, but I do what I can. I'm not trying to be anything more than what I am. A lot of these streamers are, you know, it's just like, dude, I can be me and become relatively popular. I don't think I have to sell my soul to the internet. Yeah, I hate asking for it, but it's just like, drop a like if you like this. It helps me out, you know? And plus, with 3 people watching, it's just like I all had probably subscribed already. So it's like, yeah. Top 5. Ooh, Berserk definitely number. Evangelion probably number 1. Berserk number 2. I liked Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust a lot. Ghost in the Shell and the show. Berserk is probably one of the best animes. It portrays true suffering, true love, and very good examples of actual mental diseases and how they would be tackled in a time like that. I want to get the Mark of Sacrifice tattooed right here. Because I figured if I were one of the Brotherhood of the Wolf, like Guts and Casca and all them, I would have been marked just like the rest of them. You have to read the manga though. Yeah. Yeah, the manga is so much better. It goes into so much more detail. And you get to learn about Farnese, and I liked Farnese a lot. I really do. Like she exhibits traits of someone who may have borderline personality disorder or bipolar disorder, but she definitely fits the bill perfectly. And the fact that like she finds herself through protecting Casca. Yes, you're exactly right. 90s anime was like really good, but you didn't get the meat and potatoes of the story because the animes were so long. Like so they were and they were like, let's wrap this up in 13 episodes. Unreal. Like when the first time that I watched Hellsing and I realized the entire show was done in 13 episodes, I was like, what the fuck was that? Like I was like, that was such a good show. Why did you what? I'm used to 23, 30 episodes. Oh, don't get me started on that. No. I'm like, you had to make it 3D. You really had to do that. Someone had a gun to your head and you had to make it 3D. Jesus fucking Christ. Like, one line that I do think is funny from Berserk is that one big guy that Guts kills first. Because I don't know, it's the way he says it. But he's like, come get a taste of my axe. Like, and it's just like, the way he says it, I don't know. It makes me laugh. Like, I don't know, dude. It's just so funny. Yeah, it was like, I mean, yeah, go and look at the Dragon Prince, on Netflix, if you can, or look it up on YouTube. But the Dragon Prince, perfect example of how you can do 3D artwork amazingly. As much as the anime is annoying, Black Summoner also shows how to do that. Like, but it is your standard isekai. But Black Summoner does that really well as far as the 3D stuff goes. Because I was never a fan of that. I was never a fan of the 3D anime bullshit. Like, unless used extremely sparingly and done unbelievably well, just stick to fucking drawing. I've seen Overlord. Overlord's good. That's the one with Ain Zalgon, right? Overlord's the one with Ain Zalgon, right? Because, like, I know there's another one that's a lot like that, but it's Skeleton Knight. And that's Ard. No, Ark. Ark? His name is Ark or Ard? There's Ard Meteor, but he's from a different isekai. See, they all blend together. But Ain Zalgon, yeah, no, I like that one too because like he's inside, he's still this nice guy, but he has to act like the Dark Lord. And it adds for some really good comedy, like in just like where Ainz is like, oh shit, I have to act like this. Okay, big bad guy. And so I thought it was funny. I honestly have not. I haven't even watched Frieren yet. And Freerin looks good. Freerin looks amazing. I have a hard time getting into new things. I really do. Like, and yeah, I heard One Punch Man's artwork went down the tubes. Like, and that makes me very, very, very sad because that show was so good. Like, the premise of it was even amazing. Like, yeah, what's it like after you beat an RPG game and then you walk around and you're unbelievably overpowered? Like, and then One Punch Man took that to the next level. Yeah, but then the art company, like, they've changed twice now, and both times they get worse. Like, I won't even watch One Punch Man now. It will hurt my heart. I heard that. I heard that. And I've heard that a lot of them are really just like frames that they just move the camera on. A lot of it is just that. And like that gives the illusion of the character moving, but they're not. It's a still frame. I look different, Manthan. In a good way or a bad way? I dyed my hair. Well, I bleached my hair and then I dyed my hair and it didn't come out so well. So I'm gonna go put a lighter blue in it later on. But oh boy, yeah. And it's like, and now you're gonna explore the story between Saitama and Tatsumaki. Like now you're gonna do that. When we all wanted to see that 2 seasons ago, whatever. Fuck it. I hate that I like Tatsumaki because it's like it's another loli that I like, and I fucking hate that. Like I'm like, stop liking lolis, dude. Like the Tatsumaki is always wearing no panties, so it's like, oh my goodness. And she's 27, so it's like, Well, of course they would. They're black. Mm-hmm. No biggie. Yeah, I mean it would, but nothing I can do about that. I will not dye or bleach my eyebrows or anything like that. No way in hell. Not. I don't go that far. Oh. But yeah, and then Fubuki shows up, and finally, when we get Fubuki, number one, I don't like that in One Punch Man they keep referring to them as their tornado, like as tornado and blizzard, because that's what Tatsumaki and Fubuki translate to. But it's just like, dude, us as fans, we all call them Tatsumaki and Fubuki. Like that's what we call them. But yeah, Hellish Blizzard and Terrible Tornado. Those are their names. Yeah, I get it. But it's just like... Saitama has a real... Like, he has a point, though. They really do just use their telekinesis to throw rocks around. Like, it's kind of... It's called, Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In the manga, it's their names. And it's the dub, it's their hero name. Yeah, it's like exactly. It's like yeah, I don't get it. It's like Tatsumaki means tornado. Just say Tatsumaki. Like Jesus. Like Fubuki means blizzard. Like you don't have to call her that. We already know what it means. I've heard like in Alia hides her feelings in Russian. Alia sometimes hides her feeling in Russian. I love that in the Japanese version, Yuki calls her brother my brother, and she goes, "Good morning, my brother," like in a scene. And in the American version, the girl that does her voice goes, "Ohio, my oni-chan." Like, so I love that we've gotten to the point where like Americans understand enough Japanese where we're like, you can stop replacing that word. It's good. Honestly, it's good. I like it. Like, at least about halfway through. And then it gets boring as fuck. Because it's like, oh, Alia wants to be class president. Tension. Yeah. I just thought it was funny when Masachika figures out that he has like a leg fetish. Like, I thought that was funny as fuck. Like, I never thought I would fall victim to such proclivities. And I'm like, you and I both, man. I was like, but Japanese girls have the most beautiful legs on earth, so consider yourself lucky. Like, legit. But the girl that did Alia's voice actually does like, her Russian pronunciation is really good. I know, dude, I have preferences when it comes to women, and Japanese women, Southeast Asian women are at the top of the food chain. And the reason that is not because I have some yellow fever Asian fetish. I hate that shit. People come at me with that. Because Japanese women's pancreases filter out sugar different than ours. So do Japanese men's. That's why none of them are fat. Because they store sugar differently. Also, their fat stores differently on different parts of their body, like Japanese women. It stores in the perfect fucking places. And they just have the most gorgeously shaped legs and tiny waist, flat tummies. They're beautiful. It's the most beautiful women. And then my next preference is black girls. And then my preference after that is redheads. Because black girls are plugged the fuck in. They know what's going on. Japanese women are very solid. Like, they're... Like, you know, I'm not expecting a Japanese girl, like a Japanese wife, to be like, I got you up and I made you coffee and I did all these things. I got your things pressed for work. That's not what I'm expecting. I'm expecting her to be like, what? Nani? And I'd be like, I'm headed to work. Like, okay. Like, daisuki. I'd be like, aishitaru. And then I'd leave. Like, yep, Japanese, Korean, black, then gingers. In that order. In that exact order. Like, and it doesn't, seriously. Like, and black girls are more plugged into what's going on in the social climate, you know? Like, so, like, they know when something's bullshit. Like, and I love that. I love that. You know, you're never going to find a black girl that's like, oh, I love talking to the police. You know, like, you know, and I appreciate that. That's why I say, like, dude, I don't identify with white people. Like, I know I present as white, but, like, dude, I'm not. Like, the way my mind is, I'm not. Like, so it's just, like, I gotta go, you know, when I do go hang out with, like, friends and whatnot, like, the city next to me is almost all Latinos. And I got no beef with that. Absolutely not. I speak just barely enough Spanish to kind of get by. And if I don't know what to say, I'll be like, ¿Cómo se dice? How do I get here? Like, and, like, so the fact that I'm trying, they reciprocate. And it's like that anywhere. Like, it's so annoying. A lot of white people are like, speak English. We speak English in this country. And I'm like, no, we haven't. Like, never. Like, when the Dutch colonists and other ones got here, the Native Americans already knew how to speak French and Spanish and English. Like, so it's just like, dude, come on, man. Get out of here with that shit. It's just that, like, I realize that black girls, like, see the world the way that I finally see it. Like, I finally see it the way that they've always seen it. Like, I'm realizing, oh, shit, this country has been a racist cesspit of living off of the black culture since its very inception. Like, so it's just like, yup. I'm not proud of America. Not proud of being American. What I am is kind of a citizen of the world. That's it. Like, you know? Like, because I'm one of those Americans that'll go to another country. Yes. Black people are more culturally rich, and I prefer hanging around them. Like, I'm like, every bit of culture that white people like, you fucking took from black people. I'm just one of the white folks that recognizes that and is okay with it. Like, so I respect, you know, I understand that there wouldn't be any rock music without Little Richard, Chuck Berry, and Fats Domino. You know, like all three black. You know, so yeah, man. Exactly. They don't fake nice to you. They don't, you know, like the only thing in the black culture, machismo and homophobia are very high. So if you're going to be part of like a group of friends who are people of color, you're going to have to prove your mettle as a man. It's going to have to happen. But trust me, as a white boy, I'm part indigenous, but I present white. So like as a white boy, although I get mistaken for Mexican a lot or Latino a lot, whatever. The I don't mind it. I'm fine with it. But I'm like, yeah, as a white boy, and when you get tested as a white boy and you pass that test, you get a lot of respect, man. You get a lot of respect. There's a lot of Mexican people that present white, I've noticed. Like, there's always one member of the family that has blonde hair and blue eyes in a Mexican family or a Latino family. I've always realized that. Like, but dude, I love Latino girls that have red hair. Oh my goodness. I'm like, holy Christ. Ooh, that's awesome. I've got Huron, maybe Mohawk in there. Not completely positive. I have seen a ginger Jamaican, yes. Red hair is actually quite common in black folks. People don't realize that. You know what I hate is that, like, you know, all these black women that are wearing the wigs to, like, have the long, you know, straight hair. I'm like, why not just wear your hair in its afro form? I mean, like, I think it looks amazing, and it's your natural hair, you know? Like, you know, like, those half black girls that have, like, the kind of springy hair. I think that's the cutest. Oh my god, just the absolute most adorable. I'm like, look at you, I want to take care of you forever. Like yeah, man. But it's preferences, you know. Girls will fucking roast me over my preferences because I'm like, I like petite girls, as in small girls, thin girls, fit girls. I have a preference for Southeast Asian women, black girls, and gingers. That does not wipe every other female off of the face of the planet as far as me, like, dating or whatnot. It just means I have preferences, just like women do. Women want a guy that's over 6 feet. Women want a guy that's in good shape. Women want a guy with teeth. I get it. So, you know. I've seen some light-skinned Jamaicans, dude. I've seen some light-skinned Jamaicans where I'm like, bro, you got a lot of Caucasian in that blood of yours. Either that or your dad ran out of toner when he was having you. when he made you. But like my best friend growing up, I didn't even know he was black until 4th grade because it was never brought up. It was never something we discussed. It was never something our families discussed. The thing that him and I bonded over is that both of us were adopted. But he's light-skinned black, but in the summertime, I'm darker than him. Like, so, you know, it's, you know, it is what it is. I'm sorry I keep taking my sweatshirt off and on. I can't find a nice medium. 6'1" is such a good height to be. 6'1", 6'2". It's like, I wish I could. But 5'11" is not bad. People cannot tell the difference between 5'11" and 6 feet. Like, they can't. Jesus fucking Christ. I figured there had to be some African in there. I'm like, there ain't no people that tall that aren't from the dark continent. Save my bloodline. They always say that when you find a tall girl or something like that. She's going to save your bloodline. Like being short is the worst thing in the world. Come on, man. I've met some short guys that have beautiful wives. Yeah. "5'11", I'm okay with it because like if I put some boots on, I'm 6 feet, and like I said, no one can tell the difference between 5'11" and 6 feet anyway. It's literally a 5 centimeter difference. Like 5'8" is like the world average. I think the world average is 5'7". Like, and so you know what I mean. 5'11's fine height to be. And if we head to Japan, we're tall. We're tall in Japan. Like I heard some girls that it was in Japanese, but like the guy asked, he goes, "How tall would you want your boyfriend to be?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm not too tall, because too tall guys for Japanese women they think they're scary." So like they think 5'11's a nice tall height, but like not scary. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, hell yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. I try to take it easy on my legs. Like, oh yeah, we're a really sexy size in Japan. And like what's interesting, at least for me, thank God for my mother, I have somewhat feminine features when it comes to being a guy. And like Japanese girls like gaijin. They like that Eurocentric look. That's why I want to find a nice like half Japanese girl when I'm over there. Not because she needs to be like half white or anything like that. Because if she's half Japanese, there's a stronger chance she'll speak a bit of English. Like, I'm trying to learn my Japanese, but holy crap, is that language hard. A hard language. I know how to say like hajimemashita, yoroshiku onegaishimasu, and like, arigato gozaimashita, like, so I know how to say things properly and shit, like, but, which I think would get people, I think it would get me in the door for some good people. But if like a pretty girl came up to me, there was this guy on in one of like a video on here, and a girl comes up to him and she goes, "You look like Hostu." Like, and he's like, "A what?" Like, and she goes, "Hostu." Yeah, and he thinks she's saying horse. And I'm like, dude, she's saying that you look like a host, which means that you're handsome. Like, so it's like, yeah, know how to pronounce things in Japanese. Like, legitimately. No, yeah, no, we are. We're a good height in Japan. Girls will be like, "Wow, how tall are you?" It's like 5'11", 180 centimeters. It's like, yeah, there it is. And like, but my tattoos would probably scare them. In total honesty, I'd have to keep a jacket on. Because, like, when I took my shirt off, they might find it really sexy, actually. Like, if I took my shirt off, if we were hanging out at karaoke, and I took my shirt off, and they saw this, they might find it, like, super, super sexy. Gaijin with tattoos. Oh, a little bit dangerous. A little bit against the rules in Japan. Girls love that shit in Japan. They're like, oh, like, if they feel like they're breaking the rules, or, like, something that should cause them shame, they love that shit, dude. It's crazy. Like, so they'll be like, "Ooh, tattoo gaijin." Like, yeah, like legit. It's like 180 centimeters is actually pretty tall. like, legitimately, like it's actually on the tallish side. It's so yeah. It sucks that like I don't think it's just women. I think it's society in general that like kind of makes fun of men that are shorter, which unfortunately gives them a complex and oftentimes makes them very violent. Yeah, I thought about doing that, man. I'm too old to join the army. Yep. Too old, my eyes aren't good enough. I'm overweight. I thought about joining the Coast Guard, but I don't know. I was thinking of like going to Okinawa for a while because that's probably where he is if he's stationed in Japan. I was thinking of going to Okinawa for a while because they have an Army and Navy base in Okinawa. So I figured I'm like, okay, if I head to Okinawa, then at least like my percentage of being able to run into Japanese folks who speak English is slightly higher. You know, like, so it's like maybe I could meet a nice girl there and convince her to move to Osaka or the Kyushu district or Saitama district or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, we've evolved to be taller over time because like I think it's clearly because of like this, like the walking we do or whatnot is like I don't know. Like it's also depends on where you are in the world and stuff like that. Thank you, cutie Yun. Thank you, Yun Ji. Hello from America to South Korea. My lungs actually work really good for a guy that's 5'11". I can hold my breath for 2 minutes. I counted it out. 2 minutes, and I could have gone longer, but I was just like, nah. But I wanted to see how long I could hold my breath, so I tested it. It's 2 minutes. And all of my muscles are longer muscles. They're not those big, hulky muscles. They're all because I swam my whole life. So, yeah, so I developed like long muscle, which is nice. Which is nice. My uncle Dennis was in the Marine Corps, and he was wiry, but he was one of those dudes that's like wiry, but you know that if he hit you, it would be stiff. You know, it would baff. It would hurt. He's gone now too. I got one uncle left, and him and I last time he was out here, we almost got into a fight, like a fight. Like it sucks. And I'm like trying to think of like how to bury the hatchet with him, but I'm just like, dude, the way you talk to me, like you don't talk to people like that on the East Coast. Maybe in Michigan, but not here. You know, so time, right? Heals all wounds. Hayden, please subscribe. Yun, please subscribe as well. Hit some likes before you go. Hit a like up there if you haven't already. See, yeah, I don't have the Arnold type muscles, man. I don't. I got like the Michael Phelps muscles, you know. Thank you, Yun. Yeah, I got the Michael Phelps kind of thing going on. I'm not big, I'm lean, you know. So, and this is me 40 pounds overweight. I have like decently long legs, a good sized torso, but like the legs are important because I took Taekwondo for a couple of years, and that gave me like a lot of control over my legs. And it gave me a lot of muscle in my legs. It's really done. Like it was definitely a boon. Yeah, I did Taekwondo. I did gymnastics when I was a kid. I did kickboxing. I did Tai Chi. I did Kung Fu. Which Tai Chi and Kung Fu are fucking useless except for like warming up and stuff. I did Muay Thai as well. I did boxing. Jiu-jitsu, judo. That's about it. That's about it. And weapons training. I just figured, you know, like I wasn't the biggest guy, so I figured, you know, make yourself able to take care of yourself. That's why like I can walk down into the city, like next city over, and I can just walk by myself. I do want to do that, Hayden. I want to do that badly. If you're serious about it, like I'm down. Like legit. I knew you would have done Taekwondo because it's Korean. Taekwondo is sick though. It teaches you how to throw kicks out of nowhere, like out of fucking nowhere. You can just be like, "What was that?" Like it's nuts. And thank Christ for it. Like my legs are very it gymnastics, taekwondo, and all of the martial arts that I did kept me very flexible. And as we get older, the flexibility is so important. Oh my goodness, it's so important. Like I learned, yeah, like taekwondo is great in competition, but like nice. Oh, this is my main one, so there you go. But like I learned that once I learned jiu-jitsu and boxing and wrestling, I learned that taekwondo was fucking useless. Unless you can pop a kick like before they get near you, like if you can really spam like a standing side kick, like you're just fucked. Because as soon as you get up on one foot, I'm gonna rush your ass. Like, and I'm just gonna judo toss you to the ground. You ain't gonna get up. Every time you hand me anything, I'm gonna break it. A finger broken, wrist broken, arm broken. Like, it's just about dismantling your opponent at that point. Like, I got assaulted with a bat. So, like, now I refuse to lose. And that's the PTSD. Like, now I'm like Satellizer L. Bridget. Like, I will not lose. I will not lose. I'll go down fighting and I'll die going down fighting, but like I will not lose. Muay Thai is definitely one of the best. Absolutely. It also teaches you how to like really utilize your elbows and knees. And that's so important because your elbows and knees do so much more damage than your hands do. Like just so much more. Like, because it's just solid bone, bang, and a lot of people don't realize that, like, this elbow don't do shit, but this elbow, as you can see, does shit, like, and that's the Muay Thai elbow that they show you. Your Muay Thai elbow, you're not throwing it like that, you're throwing it like this, like, so it's really fast. Yeah, and you toughen up your leg bones. You learn front kicks to like just boom right to the bread basket, get someone right down on their ass. That's insane. I never did the shin conditioning. I never got to it, but like I wouldn't want to hit anything really hard, but I could do some fair damage with my legs. Honestly, my striking I'm good at, and you need to be good at striking, but like where I excel is on the ground. Like, but I'd rather I'd rather stay on my feet. And also the thing with me is I'll go to boxing before I go to kickboxing because I don't want to put myself off balance by putting a feet up and by putting feet up, Yeah, different training methods. For us, it was hard bags. Like we used hard bags and we did the bang just against those. But I was also a kid, I was a little. But then I learned that like although it's a wonderful style, it's pretty much useless in a real fight. Like the rules aren't there in a real fight. That's because that's when I started learning Krav Maga. Because Krav Maga has no rules at all. Like your first hit usually in Krav Maga is to the throat and the testicles at the same time, or usually to the eye and the testicles at the same time. But when someone's coming up to you, yeah, you just get your hands up and just jab thumb right to the eye. That'll take the piss out of anybody real quick. Like, and some people try to claw at the eye like that. That's not how you do it. You just shove your fucking thumb as far back as you can, grab their skull, like, and just shake that fucking thing. This isn't a life or death situation, by the way. Like, this is not something you should do during a normal fight. You shouldn't even be getting in normal fights, like normal fights. Like, you know, at the end of the day, I'll be like, dude, no, I don't want anything to do with this, you know, and I'll, you know, keep my hands up, but I'll be like, dude, just, I don't want anything to do with this. I don't want anything to do with this. Nah, it's not worth it. It's not worth the court, the jail, the money. Not worth it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's why I have a tac baton, and I'm getting my hands on like a stun gun and a thing of pepper spray, because it's like it's easy weapons. They you can carry them around with you, and people be crazy. Like that's a fact. People be crazy nowadays, man. People fucking like you step on their foot and they're ready to shoot you. I abhor fighting, which is why I learned how to fight. Yeah, I use my tac baton. That takes the energy right out of somebody that has a knife. It's like, oh really? Brrr. Let's do this. Like, just the first thing I'm gonna hit is your hand that's holding the knife, and I guarantee you that's gonna break your fucking hand. Like, and then immediately I'm just gonna go 1-2 and get you right in the fucking head. Like, come on, man. It's like I didn't buy the baton and not learn how to use it. Like, come on. Like, gotta be safe out there, man. Gotta be safe out there. Like, I'm really good at using nunchucks, but would I ever use them in a fight? Fuck no. Like, absolutely not. Oh my god. Oh boy. Batons are superior. And do you know where I got the idea to start using a baton? Fucking Aiden Pierce from Watch Dogs. I was like, dude, he is so fucking good with that thing, and it takes people out so fast. You can use it as a grab. You can use it as a clubbing weapon. You can use it as a... The best thing I've seen is just bang right on the kneecaps. And that's the end of that. Bang, down. Like, yeah, dude, Aiden Pierce is the man. He's my boy. Because he acts like someone who has autism. Like, no bullshit. Like, I'm not trying to... Is this someone who has autism? I felt what Aiden was feeling. Everybody said he was a really flat character. I'm like, no, he's not. You just need to know what to look for. And as an autistic person, I knew what to look for and how Aiden felt. Like when he finally took out that final mob boss. No one. I have autism. But Aiden Pierce does not have autism, but he does exhibit a lot of traits that someone with autism has. Yeah, legitimately, like it's weird because it's just like a lot of people have a weird idea of what autism is and how autism behaves, and like I'm like, dude, honestly, if you want to see good representation of autism, look at characters that were written to not be autistic, like House, like Aiden Pierce. These are two characters that are not autistic. They exhibit unbelievable traits of someone who has autism. So I loved Aiden, like, you know, and I love that he showed up in Watchdog Bloodlines, because I was just like, there's my boy. Yeah, dude, autistic kids, we're not any different from anyone else, man. Like, we're not. Like, our social skills are a little wonky. That's about it. But we can have meltdowns, that's for sure. We can have meltdowns, and in that situation, yeah, we'll kick the shit out of somebody. It's crazy, dude. Not all of us, of course, but those of us who are able to. So you gotta learn how to control your meltdowns. It's on you. That's nobody else. That's you. Yeah, like I can read a room kinda, but that's because I've studied human sociology for about like 10 years now. Like I had to study like how people look when they flirt, what the signs are for when someone doesn't want to talk to you, what the signs are for when someone does want to talk to you. Like, I had to look up all of this shit and, like, train myself to notice stuff. Like, and that was shooting myself in the foot. Because now every fucking doctor is like, oh no, you're not autistic. You're too good at dealing with society. And I'm like, that's called masking, my friend. Like, it's like, it's called masking. Like, I'll, like, listen, I know it's $2,000 for the test, but I'm willing to take it because, like, my cousin who's autistic says I am. I've had multiple therapists tell me that I am. Like, it's just, like, my psychiatrist won't give me a place to go get checked. It's bullshit. Especially finding out when you're, like, older. Because then suddenly you're like, oh my god, all that stuff that happened when I was a kid suddenly makes sense. The way I behaved when I was a kid suddenly makes sense. That kind of shit. That's fucked up. I'd be like, wait for him to get out of the hospital to tell him that so he's not too stressed. But, like, once he, like, is fine, yeah, let him know. And then go. Don't go get him. I mean, like, she cheated on her husband with this guy, but, like, that's not the guy's fault. That's the wife's fault. Go get her. You know? Be like, bitch, you got no fucking morals. It's like, my uncle deserves better than your dusty ass. Get the fuck out of here. Nah, man, the dude, unless he knew that she was in a marriage, the dude had nothing to do with it. He just got his dick wet. She's the one that, like, knew she was fucking married and shit, dude. Like, you know? You gotta put your anger in the right direction. Oh, then that's different. That's a whole different that's a whole different bucket of fish. Yeah. Yeah, that's a different box of frogs. Yeah, yep. Nope, nope. He needs at least 3 punches in the face. She just needs booted out on her ass. I'd be like, go to your boyfriend, bitch. I'd be like, clearly you're fine. You got somewhere to go. Go. Get lost. Get the fuck out. You can find a woman that'll respect you. You know? Fucking unreal, dude. Ah, itchy nose. Fucking allergies, man. That is disrespectful as fuck. Though that's crazy. I've been cheated on a bunch of times, and it's never better. Like, it's always just like, ah, it's disappointing. Like, it's like, I don't even get angry. I get disappointed. Because I'm like, really? Really? It's like, I thought you were fucking different. Like, I thought you were different than the other ones, and it turns out you're not, and, So for me, it's just more annoying. You know? But... Volcel? I'm not at anything cell. I still very much support the idea of love and finding love and all that good stuff. You know, having a family and all that fun goody goodness. But, yeah. Some people have given up. But I keep telling people, I'm like, the things that you're seeing on the internet are like the 0.1 of the 0.1 of the worst people. It's just that that's what the algorithm likes, which is why I fucking hate YouTube now. Fire poker. Yep. Me either, you know. I thought I did a couple times. I did meet the right one once, but I fucked that up. But I'll find another proper one, another right one, and you know, if I get the butterflies and things are working well, then I'm gonna go for it. The hurt's worth the love in my mind. Like the risk of hurt does not outweigh the perks of being in love with someone. Yep. Jealousy will do that. One of my girlfriends, hella jealous. If a girl asked me if I needed help in like a clothing store, she'd be like, "Why are you talking to her like that?" And I'm like, "What?" Like, what? That's cool. Nothing wrong with that either. A few of my friends that I grew up with, like they kind of discovered they were transgender, and they did their, and they're making their way on their journey. And you know, it's sometimes it's tricky. Sometimes it's tricky because I'll still refer to them as their old pronouns, and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Like, and so I'll fix myself real quick. But like, it's tricky because it's like I grew up with you, so it's hard breaking that you know, just go to pronoun. Um, you know, some of my friends go by they them now, and I have to respect that. It's an easy thing to respect, but sometimes I mess up. Well, yeah. Oh, for God's sake, dude, just don't bother trying to make matchmaker with people. It's just a mess. Like, get them in like the same place where there's like a group where they can talk or whatever. But like, dude, like being like, yeah, you want to meet my friend? There's so much expectation that's built up there that's so easy to just like not live up to. Wow. Yep. My girl that was super jealous was Latina. She was Latina. She was Puerto Rican, like Boricua. Like, I don't think so. I think like she said she was Boricua. I'm like, I believe that you're Puerto Rican, but you're the whitest Puerto Rican I've ever fucking seen in my life. And so like yeah, like she was a fucking, like the 4 years I was with her was fucking misery. Like, but she was just jealous of everything or anyone that showed any bit of interest in me whatsoever. Like, it was just this controlling garbage relationship, and I'm glad it's over. Oh, my meds give me cotton mouth. And tastes like shit. Oh, jeez. Mine couldn't. Mine ended up becoming a porn actress because she had no skills or intelligence or talent. So, there it is. Complete waste of 4 years. I should have broken up with her like month 2. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what was going through my head. People were telling me to leave her. I don't know why I didn't. I should have. But it is what it is. Yeah. Yep. It's like you realize you have no skill, talent, or anything, so the one thing you do know how to do, there you go. And then she calls me like a year later, being like, I'm all used up. You were right about everything. And I'm like, don't tell me that. Like, I know I am, but like, I don't want to be. So, you know, it's one of those things. We women and men have a lot of bridge to gap. Oy. All right, Hayden. It's been great talking to you. I'm gonna talk to you more about anime and stuff like that next time I'm on, because it's always fun. I'll remember now to put fucking things in my ad. Take it easy, brother. Thanks for finding me again. Be safe. That's the most important thing.